Which leadership style is the best leadership style and will make you the perfect leader? You're a self leadership channel where you'll learn all about leadership and self leadership, tips and tricks, and some things that always work with my clients. I'm Linda Melun, your accredited life and leadership coach. Let's together discover the truth about leadership styles. The pace setting leadership style, the leader sets the pace. There's a high expectation in this style towards the team. It is very useful for highly motivated teams and when you want to achieve quick results as a team. Usually the goal and the expectation is clearly communicated, and micromanaging you will hardly find in this leadership style. This can cause a team to feel at times stressed, overwhelmed, or even a lack of motivation. The next leadership style is the charismatic leadership style. Usually a leader who practices the charismatic leadership style has great communication skills. The leader will be good in persuasion, is very clear about the vision, shows a high level of empathy, builds connections very well, highly motivating. However, this leadership style often causes that the leader is not always open to the ideas of others in the team, and the risk is there that the leader becomes the focus instead of the actual vision or goal. The autocratic leadership style. It is very structured, very clear rules. The leader is the sole decision maker and the vision creator, and therefore usually has great decision making skills. This style is very useful for high stress situations, very demanding situations. And here again, the leader is often not open to the ideas of others in the team. There's very limited or no space for feedback. And yeah, you can find here often micromanaging. The democratic leadership style. Many people are involved in the decision-making process. It's a great environment for creative and innovative thinking processes. Accountability and mutual respect is very essential. Because everyone in the team is involved in the decision-making process, the decision-making can take a long time. At times, they can start questioning the ability of the leader as the team carries a major amount of the burden. Bureaucratic leadership style. Very structured and organized, often very specific procedures and processes, usually very clear policies within the team and the whole company. This is a style that is very useful for big organizations or government institutions, and it's a rather predictable form of leadership. Using this style, it can be difficult to adapt changes and is not always very efficient, which can be a problem when there is higher demand and quick decisions need to be made. And it can cause the creativity of the team to be limited strongly. The transactional leadership style. The focus of this style is less or not at all on the relationships. The team members have hardly any room for failure and very little, if at all, space to be creative. This style can produce very effective outcomes, order and structure, and the expectations are very clear. The motivation is usually caused by extrinsic motivation. The affiliative leadership style. It puts the focus on harmony and conflict resolution. Here people are in the first position. Very high empathy, good communication skills of the leaders. The emphasis is here placed on the team building. That means to build up trust and community development within the team. It pays attention and supports the well-being of the employees. This leadership style struggles with conflicts. Because of all the focus on the relationship, the focus on the vision can be lost. Turning visions into reality, self-explanatory when you hear the name of the style, of course. A very strategic style. It's very open-minded, innovative, organized. At times there are too often new ideas and visions, which can cause to lose track of the initial vision or can overwhelm the team or the leader himself. In this style, the leader is usually willing to take a risk. A problem in this leadership style can also be that the leader is tempted to employ people who are good supporters, but not necessarily promising people. The laissez-faire style. This style works very well for highly skilled, educated, and motivated teams. It supports creativity, networking, and innovation. There's little to no accountability in this style, and it's rather passive. perspective. And disadvantage is that the roles within the team are often not clear enough defined. This style is therefore more suitable for supervising positions, and the decisions are usually made by the team, not the leader. This style can cause poor crisis management. The coaching style. A lot of space for growth, development, and learning. The leader tries to get the best out of the team. There's a growth mindset. There's a positive work environment. However, the results require often quite some time, and there is a huge amount of investment of time and resources into the team up front before results are seen. There's a very strong feedback culture, and strong leadership skills are required. The transformational style. It facilitates and encourages change. They're usually high ethical standards. It's very growth orientated. Constant feedback is required. Problems are quickly solved. If the work environment is not balanced, it can burn out the team members really quickly. The leader is usually highly enthusiastic and highly motivated. And lastly, the servant leadership style, where the leader shows humility, strong emotional intelligence is necessary. Building relationships is a key element. The leader is usually open for the ideas and opinions of the team members, and the team members usually feel respected. I roughly describe the standard leadership styles you can find everywhere. Of course, you can go more into detail and say much more about each of them. So obviously the question you will have is like, okay, now you told us all the leadership styles. We were very patient. So what is the perfect leadership style? Now I tell you something you will maybe not like to hear. There is no perfect leadership style, because not every leadership style is suitable for every situation and for every circumstance. What I observe is that really powerful and impactful leaders know how to use different leadership styles according to situations, and that they learn to improve the weak points of certain leadership styles. You as a person learn to implement right style suitable for you and your team for the right situation. As you can see, there is much more to leadership than just a specific style. If you are a leader or you want to be a leader, you're working on it, it's very important that you make sure to constantly grow and invest. It is helpful to know the different leadership styles and to observe which of these things or which of these advantages are easy for you to implement and where you may need growth, and which of the disadvantages of the different styles you may hold as a habit you want to work on decreasing them. In general, I'm very careful in saying there's one perfect leadership style, because as I mentioned before, I observe with the leaders I have worked for and worked with and in my own leadership situations that depending on the situation, different leadership styles will work best. Therefore, you can take the good parts of the different leadership styles and implement them in your own practice as a leader without bending yourself to something you're not. Now, some people say, I'm not good at this leadership style. I'm not good at this leadership style. I don't feel comfortable with that leadership style. The problem is usually not what is the leadership style. The problem is usually what is behind, what is the situation, what is needed, what is required. If you don't feel like a very enthusiastic person, you can ask yourself, what other ways do you have to motivate your team? Communication can be learned, and in most situations, good communication skills are essential for a leader. That can be learned. Confidence can be learned and improved. Sticking to your standards and values and the standards and values of the team, that is something that is based on a choice and pure discipline. In short, you can learn the right leadership styles or create the right leadership style for your current situation or future situations. All you need is the willingness to grow, to seek to grow in integrity. As a matter of fact, the most important thing is in that moment the growth mindset. You lean back and say, I cannot learn any of that. You will not learn any of that. If you say, no, I know I can learn and grow and improve, you will learn and grow and improve once you say, okay, I know I can do it. Which steps do I want to take? So to sum it up, there is no perfect leadership style, but there are leadership styles which may suit certain situations better. And it's good as a leader to know quite some of them and to know how to implement them so that you can be the best leader for your team and the project. I hope that helped you today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and to stay tuned, share, like, and follow. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.